Jay-Z and Beyoncé have long been regarded as the most influential power couple in the entertainment industry, commanding immense respect, wealth, and influence. However, beneath the surface of their massive success, there have been some shocking and unsettling rumors that have left many people deeply disturbed. Today, we are delving into the details of why a growing number of individuals are expressing fear and suspicion toward the couple in 2024. One of the most explosive stories of the year involved hip-hop mogul Sean "Diddy" Combs, who dominated headlines after being implicated in one of the most shocking and serious legal cases in the history of the rap industry. But as the case against Diddy unfolded, the situation took an unexpected turn, dragging Jay-Z and Beyoncé into the controversy as well. In December 2024, a bombshell report surfaced, alleging that Jay-Z had been accused of sexually assaulting a 13-year-old girl alongside Diddy back in the year 2000. According to the details outlined in a lawsuit, the shocking incident allegedly took place after the MTV Video Music Awards at an exclusive house party attended by high-profile figures in the industry. The lawsuit, filed by the unnamed victim, claims that after the awards show, she was trying to gain access to the party but did not have an official invitation. While waiting outside the venue, she reportedly struck up a conversation with limousine drivers, one of whom allegedly hinted that she fit the type of girl Diddy was known to be looking for. After this brief interaction, the driver left to pick up Diddy and take him to the after-party. However, after completing that trip, he reportedly returned and then transported the young girl to the secretive location where the party was being held. The victim's account states that upon arriving at what was described as a White House, she was immediately required to sign a non-disclosure agreement, preventing her from speaking about anything she might witness at the gathering. Once inside, she was allegedly handed a drink that quickly made her feel dizzy and disoriented. Feeling unwell, she sought out a quiet place to lie down and ended up alone in a separate room away from the main event. It was in this vulnerable state, the lawsuit claims, that she was then assaulted by multiple individuals. The alleged victim further stated that while she was separated from the larger crowd, both Diddy and Jay-Z took turns assaulting her, while an unnamed female celebrity stood by and watched. Following the horrific incident, the young girl managed to collect her clothes and escape from the house, eventually making her way to a nearby gas station. From there, she was able to contact her father, who then drove to pick her up. As expected, Jay-Z and his legal team wasted no time in firmly denying all allegations. His lawyers immediately released statements rejecting the lawsuit's claims, emphasizing that there was no credible evidence tying Jay-Z to such an incident. Jay himself went a step further, stating that if anyone were truly guilty of such a heinous act, they should be held fully accountable and face the consequences of the law. Despite the serious nature of the accusations, several inconsistencies in the alleged victim's story have raised doubts about the validity of her claims. One of the biggest issues revolves around her statement that she interacted with musicians Benji and Joel Madden at the party. However, when contacted for comment, representatives for the Madden brothers stated that they were on tour at the time of the alleged event and could not have been present at the party in question. Additionally, the victim's own father reportedly stated that he does not recall driving 5 hours to pick up his daughter on the night of the alleged attack, further complicating the narrative. As the story continues to develop, questions remain about whether there is any truth to these serious allegations or if they are part of a larger attempt to tarnish the reputation of one of the most powerful figures in hip-hop. Regardless of the outcome, the case has undoubtedly. The lawsuit also states that the alleged victim was dropped off outside the MTV Video Music Awards by a friend, but NBC was unable to verify this claim. According to reports, the friend in question is supposedly deceased, making it difficult to confirm key details. Additionally, considering the fact that the victim was allegedly only 13 years old at the time, many find it hard to believe that she had a friend who was not only willing to drive her over 5 hours to New York City but also leave her there alone in the middle of the night without supervision. During an interview, the alleged victim also revealed that she has autism, and she claimed that her neurodivergence played a role in why she was not scared to be left alone in such an unfamiliar and potentially dangerous environment. However, this explanation has raised further skepticism, as many find it difficult to understand how this detail would justify her decision to attend a high-profile industry party without an invitation, parental supervision, or a solid plan for returning home. Now 38 years old and a mother of 2, the woman has continued to stand by her story despite mounting scrutiny. She has defended inconsistencies in her recollection of events by arguing that memory gaps do not necessarily mean that the incident did not happen. She has maintained that trauma can significantly impact an individual's ability to recall events with complete accuracy. Experts have weighed in on the matter, with Aaron Robinson, the Director of Media Relations for the Rape, Abuse and Incest National Network, RAIN, stating that survivors of sexual violence often experience both short and long-term effects on their cognitive functioning, particularly when it comes to decision-making and memory retention. This perspective has added another layer of complexity to the case, as it suggests that discrepancies in the victim's story could be a result of psychological trauma rather than deception. The allegations sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry, particularly because Jay-Z is not only one of the most powerful figures in hip-hop but also the wealthiest rapper in the world. When news of the lawsuit broke, the public reaction was immediate, with many questioning how such serious accusations could have remained hidden for so many years. Jay-Z and his legal team swiftly responded to the claims, with the rapper issuing a strong public statement addressing the allegations head-on. In his response, Jay-Z argued that if the accusations were true, then the matter should be pursued as a criminal case rather than a civil lawsuit, implying that the alleged victim was more interested in financial compensation than seeking true justice. Not stopping there, Jay-Z went on the offensive, claiming that he was being blackmailed and that he had no intention of giving in to what he described as extortion tactics. He made it clear that he was unwilling to pay even a single cent to settle the case and further attacked the credibility of the lawyer representing his accuser. Jay accused the attorney of lacking honor and dignity, suggesting that their motivations were driven by personal gain rather than justice. Beyond the legal implications, Jay-Z also expressed concern about how the situation would impact his family, particularly his children. He emphasized that, in the environment where he was raised, there were strict codes of honor, and protecting children was of the utmost importance. He ultimately dismissed the allegations as completely baseless, calling them idiotic and unworthy of serious consideration. Despite the controversy, Jay-Z's business ventures appear to be unaffected. His company, Roc Nation, remains a major player in the entertainment industry, and even after the lawsuit was filed, his partnership with the National Football League, NFL, remained intact. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell addressed the situation, stating, "We know the litigation is happening now, but from our standpoint, our relationship with them is not changing, including our preparations for the next Super Bowl halftime show." One particularly contentious aspect of the case revolves around how the lawsuit initially unfolded. Prior to officially filing the case in court, the attorney representing Jay-Z's accuser reportedly sought a private meeting with Jay-Z's legal team to discuss a potential settlement. According to Jay-Z and his lawyers, this move indicated that the woman was attempting to extort money from him rather than pursue justice through the legal system. However, some believe that there could be more to the story than what has been publicly disclosed. The lawyer at the center of the lawsuit is Tony Buzbee, a high-profile attorney known for representing controversial cases. According to Buzbee, his client was originally referred to his law firm by another legal team, which initially assessed the woman's claims. After she came forward with her story, Buzbee's team conducted their own investigation, which reportedly included multiple interviews with the woman, verification of certain details in her testimony, and a background check. Buzbee claims that his investigators were able to confirm several aspects of the woman's story, including details regarding the alleged assault involving Diddy and Jay-Z. However, when he reached out to Jay-Z's legal team to discuss the matter privately, Jay's lawyer, Alex Spiro, allegedly refused to engage in any discussions. Initially, the lawsuit only named Diddy and two unidentified celebrities, leaving the identities of the other alleged perpetrators undisclosed. However, Buzbee later claimed that he directly approached Jay-Z with an offer. If Jay-Z agreed to settle out of court, his name would be kept out of the public allegations. When Jay-Z refused to comply, Buzbee proceeded to publicly name him in the lawsuit, escalating the situation dramatically. Jay-Z's legal team immediately fought back, filing a motion to have the case dismissed. They pointed to Buzbee's past history of handling high-profile lawsuits and accused him of using similar tactics in previous cases. Specifically, they cited a past controversy involving Buzbee's legal action against former Major League Baseball (MLB) player Scott Erickson, as well as his involvement in the high-profile lawsuit against NFL quarterback Deshaun Watson, who was accused of sexually assaulting multiple women. Jay-Z's lawyers argued that Buzbee had a track record of taking on cases against wealthy public figures and using legal pressure to extract settlements. Despite the ongoing legal battle, the case has yet to provide any concrete evidence linking Jay-Z to the alleged crime. With inconsistencies in the accuser's story and questions surrounding the motivations behind the lawsuit, public opinion remains divided. Some believe that Jay-Z is the target of a smear campaign, while others argue that the allegations should not be dismissed outright, as powerful figures in the music industry have historically been able to suppress damaging information. Regardless of the final outcome, the lawsuit has cast a shadow over Jay-Z's reputation, forcing him to publicly. In addition to the ongoing lawsuit, attorney Tony Buzbee has also filed another legal action against Jay-Z and Roc Nation, accusing them of attempting to bribe past clients into making false claims against him. According to Busby, individuals allegedly hired by Jay-Z tried to coerce his former clients, many of whom were previously employed by the state of Texas, into turning against him. Busby claims these individuals were offered $110,000 in cash to file lawsuits against his law firm, which he asserts led to at least 2 fraudulent cases being initiated against him. However, in a dramatic turn of events, Tony Busby himself is now facing legal trouble. A separate lawsuit has been filed against him, alleging unethical and illegal conduct, including the transmission of an incurable sexually transmitted disease, STD, to a former client. The anonymous plaintiff in the case claims that she first met Busby online in 2018 and, after some exchanges, agreed to meet him in person for a date. According to her, what began as a casual encounter quickly escalated into an overnight stay at the Hotel Zaza in Houston, where she alleges they engaged in sexual activity. Not long after their encounter, the woman says she tested positive for an incurable STD, which her doctor confirmed was contracted from Busby. When she confronted Busby about the diagnosis, she claims he was unsurprised and admitted that he was already aware of his infection. Instead of taking responsibility, he allegedly urged her to remain silent and offered her free legal services in exchange for her discretion. Seeking legal guidance, she eventually accepted Busby's offer and retained him as her attorney for her divorce proceedings a few years later. Fabricated medical records to falsely implicate her husband as the source of the STD. The lawsuit states that Busby then sent a demand letter to the woman's husband, accusing him of infecting his client in an attempt to pressure him into a financial settlement. According to the woman, this scheme backfired when her husband requested additional information about Busby himself, leading Busby to panic. Fearing that his own misconduct would be exposed, he allegedly pressured his client into settling her divorce case at a significant financial loss. The woman also accused Busby of physically assaulting her during a separate incident at a bar in New York City. She alleges that while she was out drinking with a friend, Busby arrived to meet them. At one point in the night, she was reportedly speaking with another man, which she claims triggered a jealous reaction from Busby. According to her, he became enraged and suddenly smashed her drink into her face, causing her to chip a tooth. Despite these allegations, Busby has adamantly denied any wrongdoing. He insists that the claims against him are entirely false and has suggested that Jay-Z is orchestrating a conspiracy to discredit him. Busby further alleges that the plaintiff initially approached him demanding a $20 million payout, threatening to destroy his reputation if he refused. With so many conflicting claims, it has become increasingly difficult to determine what is fact and what is fiction. At this stage, no concrete evidence has surfaced directly linking Jay-Z or Beyoncé to any criminal activity, but speculation continues to run rampant. Meanwhile, Jay-Z's legal team has maintained that their client has no connection to the case against Diddy. Jay-Z's attorney, Alex Spiro, has stated that while Jay-Z and Diddy have known each other professionally for years, they were never close friends. However, many people remain skeptical of this claim, pointing out that both moguls emerged from the same New York rap scene in the 1990s and have been associated with many of the same industry figures. Adding to the speculation, before Diddy's legal troubles erupted, he once publicly stated that the only 2 people in the world who were allowed to call him by his real name were his mother and Jay-Z. With ongoing lawsuits, accusations of bribery, and rumors swirling, it appears that the legal battle between Jay-Z and Tony Busby is far from over. However, as of now, much of what is being discussed remains in the realm of speculation